begin with the scandal that is engulfing the Internal Revenue Service. CBS News has uncovered new information this morning.
That's right. Senior IRS officials apparently knew agents were looking into conservative groups, but Congress was given a much different story. Nancy Cordes is on Capitol Hill. Nancy, good morning.
Good morning to you, Nora and Charlie. Well, according to a timeline obtained by CBS News, the IRS began singling out Tea Party groups way back in the spring of 2010. That was a full 2 years before the head of the agency came here to Capitol Hill to testify and said that the agency didn't target anybody.
Hello, my fellow patriots!
In the spring of 2010, just as the Tea Party movement was gaining steam, a group of IRS specialists were told to focus on organizations with, quote, political-sounding names seeking tax-exempt status. Groups with names like We the People or Take Back the Country. By July of that year, the instructions became even more blunt, as specialists were told to be on the lookout for Tea Party applications, along with groups whose mission was to educate about the Constitution or advocate for smaller government.
I don't care if you're a conservative, a liberal, a Democrat, or a Republican. This should send a chill up your spine.
The timeline is part of a report being prepared by the Treasury Department's Inspector General. It says senior IRS officials in Washington knew about the practice as early as June 2011, even though the head of the agency, who has since left, said this in spring 2012, when members of Congress asked him about complaints from Tea Party groups.
There's absolutely no targeting. This is the kind of back and forth that happens when people apply.
Scotty Nell Hughes helps lead a group called TeaParty.net. They filed an application for tax-exempt status in 2010 and are still waiting for approval.
I can assure you, it has cost us time, it has cost us resources, and most importantly, it's cost us donation dollars.
On Sunday, lawmakers from both parties called for a full investigation.
I think that it's very disappointing that the president hasn't personally condemned this.
Somebody made the decision that they would give extra scrutiny to this particular group, and I think we have to understand why.
The IRS says part of its mission is to scrutinize new groups applying for tax-exempt status, and there were a lot of new Tea Party groups proliferating in 2010, but they admit that they handled this in a very clumsy way and that it was wrong. Charlie and Nora.
Nancy Cordes, thank you. Pressure